Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Lucas Oil Off-Road Racing Series powered by Geico Power Sports. It is a spectacular day out here as we kick off the 2010 season in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. Ken Stout, Cameron Steele standing right alongside. And Cam, when you come to Las Vegas, baby, you want a full house? We've got a full house here.
Well, I'll tell you, we've stacked the deck this time around.
Now let's talk about Pro Lights. Again, your good buddy's up on top of the pack, but he's going to have a lot of company.
Definitely, Deegan is up there second in qualifying. Rodrigo Ampudia comes out in the unlimited light and does a huge amount of work. But again, so many great drivers. Also, Casey Curry in the house. I'm very excited to see what's going to happen because remember, Deegan and Casey had some bad blood. We'll see if they mix it up on the track. But Deegan, the champion, comes in very, very focused and ready to rock.
Well, enough of us talking about all these guys. Let's get to it here. A brand new racetrack. Everybody's feeling this thing out. Plenty of rocks to go around. And with more on the Pro Light category, let's go over to Rob Klepper, who's standing with Brian Deegan.
Well, thanks a lot, guys. 2009 in Pro Lights was all Metal Militia. Brian Deegan, 3 wins, 8 podiums, and of course the title. Brian, congratulations on that. Did we have some fun in the offseason, or are we ready to rock here in Vegas?
I'm ready to rock. Definitely put in a lot of effort into my team. I decided after winning the championship was a huge goal of mine. I said, we got to come correct. So we got the 18-wheeler, all flat black, came in here Metal Militia style. It was legit. So we're representing the title. We got to get here, win some races. That's my goal. So off season, I was doing backflips on a dirt bike, so keeping my nerves up.
How about this track here in Vegas? Brand new facility. I know you guys tested it. How's your truck right now?
My truck's awesome. Same truck I had last year. We did some testing, made some better improvements. No Grady got the motor a little better, so I think we're going to be more competitive. My goal is to be dominant. The track's awesome. I think it fits the Pro Lights better than any other truck, so it should be good.
Hey, well, good luck in 2010, man, and good luck here in Vegas.
It's on.
And now to Kelly Snyder, who is standing by with the guy that will be chasing Brian Deegan here in 2K10.
Thanks, Rob. Chris Brandt, I know last season didn't end quite the way you wanted it to. Have you been preparing over the off season for this year?
Yeah, you know, it's been mentally more than anything. It was a short off season, and we got the truck all ready to go, and I'm looking forward to it.
Now it's a new track out here. How is your truck feeling out there?
Feels real good. You know, we had some small issues yesterday, a slight brake problem, so we qualified third with no brakes, so I'm happy with that, and we're right there to go forward.
Well, Chris Brandt back here ready with revenge, wanting to take home that overall title.
Let's talk about the title that happened a year ago. Here's the 2009 flashback, courtesy of Lucas Oil. Robert Naughton came out of the gate swinging hard as he earned the first 3-round wins of the 2009 season. It looked like he was going to run away with it, but Brian Deegan and Chris Brandt showed that they had what it takes to stay right in the hunt. They were formidable competition for the 54 truck, and the top 3 guys were all charging for a championship. But DNFs would take the 54 truck out of contention, even though he had 7 wins on the season. It would come down to a 2-dog fight. Chris Brandt thought he had it won after round 12, but Post Tech took him out of the championship. The championship fell back to Brian Deegan, who took his first ever championship in the Pro Light Series in 2009. He would love to back it up here in 2010, but a lot of work to do. You got to have a lot of things go your way, Cam.
You definitely do, especially when we start talking immediately about this all-new Las Vegas track. So many different places to ruin your day. There are tough obstacles, there are some off-cambers, it's going to be slick, and it's also going to be tacky. There's going to be some bicycling, there's going to be all kinds of chaos. Not to mention, Marty Hart is here. He is going to be mixing it up. Casey Curry has rejoined us as we take a look at the KMC Wheels starting grid.
We'll also find a little deeper in the field Matt Lloydice, and there's Casey Curry you spoke of, Leroy Lorewald, who had some moments of brilliance a year ago. We'll also see Anthony Verdone and Stefan Papadakis, who really came out of the drag racing fields, has also done some drifting, but great to see him out here. He's run with the Factory Scion team. Very, very likable guy. He's been around for a long, long time, but the first time in short course off-road racing. We'll find out how he does out here in the dirt.
Well, one guy we know will do well is the KG veteran that will lead him to the green flag, the yellow number 15 now, Stronghold Motorsports backed by Ready Lift. And Marty Hart is a bad man, and he's in the pole position. We'll see if Deegan or Ampudia can make a run from the second row.
Deegan pushing right there. Finally, Hart stands on the gas. The MAV TV sponsored machine on the outside. Chris Brandt's going to fall back in. Deegan taking a look, and Deegan with contact gets turned sideways, and everybody stands on the gas. Deegan has no hope. Do they not realize that there's something in front of them? Everybody just stood on the gas.
I think there's some, real amateurish moves right there. Really no excuse to have it all bottled up like that. And Brian should just wait. He's tangled up there. Let's take a look and see what it looked like from the onboard. Brian getting all kinds of help there.
I guess with a crack at the champ, you take it.
Well, it's Chris Brandt who is into him. There's nowhere for him to go. Jimmy Stevenson gets involved, and I think he's trying to get on the throttle to push Deegan back the other way, but then not sure what Leroy Lorewald was actually thinking there, but we get Deegan still rolling. He looks like he's going to be making it back around. Hopefully all the trucks will make it back to the start. And speaking of Deegan, had a little time to sit down with the leader of the Metal Militia before we went racing. Well, Brian Deegan comes into off-road racing, and he's bringing home his first championship. You got to be pretty stoked on that.
Super stoked. That's something that I really wanted to achieve, and I set my goals throughout my career, and when I started racing trucks, that became one of my major goals.
So what are you expecting from the first race of the season?
First race of the season, I have to come at it like I'm going to dominate. I know it's a long series, but I put in a lot of time and preparation for this moment, and I'm not giving it up. I want to win.
There is still one curveball that's sitting out there floating in space on you, right? A new H coming to the family?
Oh, yeah. Actually, I've had my cell phone with me and waiting for my wife to call. She's pregnant, due any day, and it was tough for me just to leave to come to the race. I said, hey, you call me, I'm coming home. I'm not going to miss that for nothing. The family comes first, and I just had to find a good driver to jump in the seat. I talked to my mechanic, Danny. He said he would jump in the seat, so I think we're covered. I told her, hold off, go lay down and relax. I'll be back tomorrow night.
Perfect, Deegs. Good luck this weekend.
Thanks.
So that's the excitement, man. The defending champ and also some very seasoned veterans will be here to try and take the win away from him. We'll get them all started here next. The Rockstar Energy Drink 2010 season opener here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. About to begin here with the Lucas Oil Off-Road Racing Series powered by Geico Power Sports, the Pro Lite category. Standing on the throttle, here we go.
Start number 2 after a little chaos and a red flag. And it looks like Marty Hart didn't get right on the gas. Chris Brandt with a good jump. And he's going to lead him around in the MAV TV Hart and Huntington truck.
Everybody through turn 1 cleanly, if you will, about as clean as it can get. All of them still on their tires. That's a good start. Well, not anymore. Now they are.
Jacob Pearson in the number 92 truck, if I'm not mistaken, goes for a heck of a ride. That was a...
Casey Curry in there, Aaron Doherty in there, Todd Cafaro in there. It looked like Aaron Doherty might have gotten into the back of Pearson right there. Pearson on a big rollover, fortunately lands back on the tires. Wow, what a wild moment.
Hey guys, we'll have to keep an eye on that 33 of Jimmy Stevenson. Qualified 5th, coming in as the 2009 Pro Lite Rookie of the Year. Now, I said he qualified 5th. He did that on lap number 1 in qualifying, because on lap number 2, he got upside down and just about jumped that truck. Luckily, though, his shop's about 3 blocks away. They worked on it all night long, and right now Stevenson is poised to chase points and take home this Pro Lite title in 2010. A lot of drivers have been fast here this weekend in Vegas, and Kelly Snyder, one of them is that 36 truck.
Thanks, Rob. You're right. Rodrigo Ampudia is going fast. He qualified 1st in the Pro Lite class, and as you'll see later on, he qualified 3rd in the Pro 2 class. When I spoke to him earlier, he said he was really excited about this track. The only thing he wished he had more of, bigger jumps for bigger air. Back to you guys.
But Rodrigo is bad fast no matter what he gets in, but of course he cut his teeth in this category right here, and he is back, so it looks like he's wanting a little bit of revenge.
And we'll see him later on in the Pro 2 category as well. So Rodrigo talking about bigger jumps, huh? Well, I mean, he'll sky anything out. We've seen some huge jumps and some huge crashes from Rodrigo over the last year. And he has been a man on a mission on this track. A lot of people saying it's a driver's track, cream rising to the top, so to speak, because there's so many turns, so many weird obstacles, the off-cameras, things like that. And right now, Chris Brandt seemingly has a handle on this as we take a look from his Lucas Oil onboard camera.
Great throttle control there. Yeah, and to fill in on Chris Brandt, he actually bought all of Jeff Kincaid's equipment, his trucks, his spares, pretty much everything. Jeff Kincaid, the winningest driver in the history of the Pro Lite division, has now moved to Pro 2, but all the Toyotas that he had that were built by Jeff Kincaid are now owned by Chris Brandt.
And there's a good look at Jimmy Stevenson, who's actually debuting a new tire sponsor as well with Yokohama Tires. So their first foray into the Lucas Oil Off-Road Racing Series. And Adam Wick with some new colors this year. He's a local Vegas racer. He and his wife, Becky Wick, actually race as a team in the desert and win a number of races in their single-seat Class 10 or semi-unlimited buggy.
So it looks like there's plenty of room for sponsorship on the side of that one for Adam.
Definitely, and you know, being a local Vegas guy, you might think some of those hotels might want to throw down. And we'll see what happens as we see Reno Navarro going backwards as Matt Loadice in the Mastercraft truck does work on him. And Reno, a guy that was racing in the limited buggy category a year ago, has made the move full-time into the Pro Lite truck. So we'll see how he's able to put together, just losing the position to Loadice, who takes over 7th.
Loadice, who had his one and only podium finish and his short course career, happened here at round 12, right at the very end of 2009. Did it here in the Las Vegas area, so no doubt he left that 2009 season on a high. He's coming out here hoping he can pick up where he left off.
And another big story, the number 16 Ready Lift machine, moving their sponsorship from Rod Naughton to Sean Geiser, who was a bit of a phenom in the limited buggies. We'll see if he can put it together. And there's your General Tire running order: Brandt, Hart, Deegan, Ampudia, and Jimmy Stevenson.
Las Vegas, Nevada is where all the action is happening here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. The Rockstar Energy Drink 2010 season opener. We're in the Pro Lite race. Chris Brandt out front, Marty Hart definitely keeping the pressure on, and now looks like he's going to take over the point.
An outside in move for Hart. Brandt not wanting to give it up. He's diving to the inside. And it looks like Brandt might be able to put it together. We'll see. Hart's got the inside here, but not always the fastest line tucked in there.
Yeah, it's a little slick on the bottom of that turn, so I think Brandt's going to get a run here, and he does. Brandt's very good coming out of that right-hander into that little rhythm section. His truck gets a lot of bite right there.
And definitely a look at two different driving styles, but so closely matched it seemed, and two totally different tire companies, Hart on Maxxis and Brandt on BF Goodrich. So many different pieces of technology, different types of trucks, but they are side by side and they continue to wage war here.
Hart way up on the berm trying to chop off the backside of that turn and get himself set up on the outside so he can run down and chop off this turn on the inside, straighten this out right back into the left-hander.
Big
nice,
run.
Nice.
Hart has been around a long time, of course. Part of the Mickey Thompson Racing Series, raced three-wheelers. He actually beat me in a competition at the Great Outdoor Games.
You said three-wheelers. You know how many people out there don't even know what those are?
I raced a utility quad event against him, and Marty Hart ended up winning.
People like Jimmy White, the factory Kawasaki riders back in the day on the three-wheelers, pretty wild stuff, man. But I'll tell you, man, you had to have some metal to race those things. Don't put your foot down.
I also got to say, as we take a look from the Ready Lift onboard camera, Marty Hart is a man not to be messed with too much. I don't think he takes too much guff from anybody.
No, he's just a grizzled old seasoned veteran, man, and you know, he just gets it done. It's exactly what, it doesn't matter what the conditions are. He'll take that thing apart and make it happen. But once he gets behind the wheel, it's racing time.
No doubt about it. Doesn't have to be pretty, it just has to get done. And here he goes, running up on the outside of Brandt. Brandt breaking down on the inside. Marty trying to run it. Watch him try to dive to the inside here. He has a really good line where he stays up high on the off camber. See if he can make a run work. Opens it up a little soon. Not able to
drive off though.
Not able to stick the nose in there.
And that's the difference of a guy trying to get the position and a guy that has a position. Brandt checking up going in, drives off the turn. On the backside, Marty Hart driving hard in, can't get the drive off. So if he can get the nose stuck in there, though, and get Brandt out of his line, maybe he can get him out of the position. Mandatory caution flag will come out for everybody. Your General Tire top 5 is as follows. Chris Brandt, a very hard-pressing Marty Hart. Brian Deegan in the top 3, Rodrigo Ampudia, and Jimmy Stevenson. That is your top 5. Stay with it. Speedway is where it's all happening with the Lucas Oil Off-Road Racing Series, powered by Geico Power Sports. Looking out of the back of Brian Deegan's truck, who's sitting in 3rd.
And Deegs has his mirrors full of Rodrigo Ampudia, who is a great restarter. And Marty Hart, no slouch himself. We'll see if he can try to get a jump on Chris Brandt as he looks to the inside.
Losing the championship last year on a technicality was a bitter pill for Chris Brandt to swallow. But when I spoke with him earlier today, he said he was heading into this season with a vengeance, not only to beat the competition, but to dominate this class. And right now, the number 82 of Chris Brandt is looking pretty tough to beat. Rob?
And Kelly, right now, Marty Hart running in that 2nd spot, teaming up with Stronghold Motorsports for 2010 to chase the Pro Lite Championship. But he's teammates with Rob Knott, former Pro Lite champ as well. Knott will be chasing Pro 2 points for Stronghold Motorsports. I spoke with Jason Fry, crew chief, longtime crew chief for Knott, who is now the crew chief for the 15 of Marty Hart. He said they have a great rapport. Everybody at that team has great morale, and they are very excited for 2010. And right now, Marty Hart's in a good spot as he battles for that lead.
Yeah, big time air. You know, something else I wanted to point out too, you can see it on Marty Hart. Some of the time the guys wear it, sometimes they don't. Oh, and Jimmy Stevenson completely off the track right there. The 33 truck up. I almost thought maybe he's going in the hot pits, and well, I guess he is now.
So a problem with Stevenson, turning back and forth, something in the steering possibly.
Look at the dirt that fell out of that right front wheel. Sometimes that dirt can lodge up in there, and it'll give the truck a violent vibration.
Brandt doing everything he can to be clean and fast. Hart looking for lines, and noticeably different. All 3 trucks behind the leader taking a little bit of different line, getting up on that cush, looking for traction.
And guys, we talked about Jimmy Stevenson at the open of the event, and a tie rod broke on the front end, and that is going to put the 33 out. You know, he told me back in the pits that he is poised to chase a championship. He is very serious about trying to win the Pro Lite title here in 2K10 and not starting off the way he wanted. He is out of this feature.
Tough break for him. Certainly not the way he wanted to get things started here in 2010 as we watch Casey Curry in the number 2 truck, Monster Energy Machine, Adam Wick. And Adam Wick over-rotates it, tags the wall, backs up. Wow, clears the racing line.
He was in reverse right away and cleared himself out of the line. You saw him take a look over to make sure there was no traffic, getting that number 11 out of the way. So just overdriving it a little bit into that corner, it looked like.
Sisler gets back around him with the number 19 truck. Adam trying to take a look on the inside to see if he can get that position back that he already earned one time.
Well, you know, a little mistake set you back. You got to keep moving forward and just put your head down and go.
The General Tire top 5 shows Casey Curry has worked his way into that elite group. Stay with us. We'll find out if Chris Brandt can hold on. The Rockstar Energy Drink 2010 season opener in progress with the Pro Lite division. Marty Hart right there with the number 15 truck behind him. Metal Militia's Brian Deegan, but those 2 are chasing Chris Brandt, who is checked out, and the white flag is flying.
Brian's giving chase, finding a way in that Rockstar Energy Drink truck, trying to carry as much speed to the outside there on the apex of that corner. That is such a big, violent jump, too. That coming out of turn 1, you know you're going to be airing it out to a brutal landing. Oh! Hart almost stands into the bumper, and Deegan around the side of the jumps there.
You can see that big sock, too, hanging on the bottom of Marty Hart's helmet to keep some of the rocks and shrapnel from hitting him in the neck. When I raced and had that on, it actually trapped so much carbon monoxide that it made me dizzy. It was Kurt LeDuc that told me to pull it off, and I started getting a little more fresh air, freed my head up a little bit, did a little better job. But he's got it worked out for him, probably has the pumper system to keep some oxygen rolling in there. Hanging on to 2nd place right now with Deegan right behind him.
Well, it'd be nice for Deegan I mean, he doesn't want to finish third, but if you remember back to that first corner where he was tangled up and they had to do a restart, this is a good finish for him when you're thinking championship.
Yeah, you got to get it up on the podium. Keep it on the podium every round. You'll be happy, as is Chris Brandt right there. Certainly did a great job of that a year ago, and no doubt racing with a vengeance here this year to try and win that championship that he lost at the very last moment a year ago. A wheelbase that was about an inch too long cost him a championship.
Unbelievable, so dejected the whole team, and coming back swinging. Hart and Huntington sponsored MAV TV truck, put it together.
Excellent job for Chris Brandt. Yeah, the Hart and Huntington team and Brian Basnardo and the gang over there. A great presence in the pits. They take care of all the crew here with the Lucas Oil Off-Road Racing Series. Great eats, good drinks. Let's take you to the E3 Spark Plugs race recap.
Marty Hart getting it charging out of the gate. This was the first start, and Loorwald just getting a little crazy. They had to restart him, and Jacob Pearson takes a tumble.
A little bit later in the race, Chris Brandt and Marty Hart going at it side by side to the mandatory caution. Brandt managed to hang on to the spot on the restart. Brandt checked out, but then it was Brian Deegan that Marty Hart had to worry about.
Deegan giving chase to the checkers, but it wasn't enough. He'd round out your podium, and hats off to Ampudia and Curry also getting the top 5 as we take a look at the Rockstar Energy unofficial results.
Let's go down and talk to our winner.
And guys, 2009 did not end up the way he wanted to. Chris Brandt finished third in the points, and I'll tell you what a great way to start 2010, Chris. You were here to stay, man. This 82 truck was bad fast, my friend. Nice job.
I'm telling you, this Hart and Huntington be up Goodrich Toyota. Can't say enough about it. We were out here I told you I was going to win this morning, and here we are. I got something to prove after last year, so we put it all back together, and here we are.
Well, congratulations. A great way to kick off 2010. And Chris Brandt, guys, does it in convincing fashion, wins round number 1 in Pro Lite.
Marty Hart, you're no stranger to the Pro Lite class. You came in here, you had a great battle going on with Chris Brandt. Take us through the race.
Well, the whole race, we were just passing back and forth. Chris and I are buddies off the track as well as we are on the track, so we need to race clean, and it was fun because he's going fast. I mean, I had all I got, and I know he was pushing it all he had, so hopefully it was an exciting race for the fans, and I know I enjoyed it, so I hope they did too. But a very special thanks to the Stronghold Motorsports Group, Lucas Oil, Maxxis, Tires, Ready Lift, and Lamb Energy. I mean, they're the ones that make us get out here to put our show on for the fans, and so we really appreciate their support.
Ready Lift getting their name on a few trucks here this year. Looking for some great results, and they've already received those. This is the Rockstar Energy Drink Sin City Showdown, round number 2, powered by Geico Power Sports with the Lucas Oil Off-Road Racing Series. Welcome to beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. Kent Stout, Cameron Steele, ready to call all the action for you. It's a bit nasty out here, Cameron.
It sure is. Umbrellas and rain gear the call. Anything can happen. Rain is in the forecast. We'll see if it comes to fruition. Let's hope not, but the track right now looks absolutely awesome. A virtual clinic was put in by those two drivers, and right now we're going to go directly in to the Pro Lite class, where we have a pretty stacked field of drivers. Right now, the track is really tacky. It's going to be very interesting to find out what the drivers will throw down as we get started. Taking a look here at the KMC Wheels starting grid.
They will invert the first 3 rows, so Chris Brandt and Marty Hart will start in row number 3, basically because there was no time to qualify out here today, so they will start as they finish in round number 1. We'll look down through there. Leroy Loorwald will round out the back of this field there in row number 9. 17 competitors out here for round number 2.
And a ton of rain came down after the races in round number 1. They really have done a great job here at Lucas Oil Off-Road Racing Series to groom the track. It is absolutely perfect, but the tacky conditions could lend to some bicycling here on these Pro Lite trucks.
Green flag out. And Casey Curry leads them across the stripe first. We've already got 2 of them hung up. One of them on the back of Chris Brandt. So that's Sisler in the 19 truck, landed on the back of Chris Brandt.
And it looks like Anthony Verdone there, the truck in the back. We'll see if there's going to be a red flag. It's a really dangerous spot where they're parked. But right now, Casey Curry in the Monster Energy number 2 leads Brian Deegan in the Rockstar Energy number 38. And those two guys we know don't mind getting together and trading some paint.
That was Stefan Papadakis, by the way, who was sitting there dead stick as well, so he got lucky here as it looks like we will have a complete restart.
And taking a look, it looks like Brandt maybe missed a gear or something and just came to a slow stop there.
Where was Anthony Verdone going? That's what I'm wondering.
When you come off that jump canyon, it's really blind, and he's on the gas. Now look, he can't see underneath him right now until right now. So he was already fully committed. You see it took him a second to get to the brakes as the brake lights come on. But a bit of chaos there right out of the gate. I'm not sure what happened to Brandt.
And it is easy to sit back here and say, man, what happened there? What was going on there? But, you know, when you're out there in a racetrack, it happens so quick.
Absolutely, and people are always, you know, here they're saying, I would do this or I would do that. The Supercross world, they say, I can ride the whoops. I say, no, you can't. There's no way you can ride the whoops. The fans always think they can do it better.
I can ride the whoops. I just have to go really slow.
Touch the bottom of all of them, I know.
Come on back. We're back here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway with the Lucas Oil Off-Road Racing Series powered by Geico Power Sports. Let's get the restart going here with the Pro Lite division. Woo! Casey Curry airing it out.
Little tail tap skateboard style there for Casey. Let's check in with Rob Klepper.
And guys, we'll have to keep an eye on Casey Curry. He is back in 2010. Last year was Casey Curry, Brian Deegan. This year, I think we're going to see the same thing. And if he can get the sponsor dollars, he is going to chase points. Casey Curry is back. I asked him, what are you going to do about the weather? He said, Klep, I want it to rain. I want it muddy. That's how I roll. Casey Curry is going to be fun to watch here at 2K10.
Oh, man. And I'll tell you, a big-time save right there from Matt Lloyd-Dice. That's about as quick as you can gather one up.
Great job there. Take another look. Gets up on the bike, maybe a little help there from Mr. Deegan. Turns into it, brings it back down. Great job.
And Kelly Snyder, what do you have?
I spoke to Rodrigo and Pudia in the pits after practice, and he said that the rainy conditions have made this track even better. He said that his tires are sticking out here, and it's a lot of fun. He said it's going to be a good race for him, but maybe only him. We'll just have to wait and see. Back to you guys.
Well, Rodrigo claiming it, huh?
He's got somebody right beside him right there that just took a spot away that would also like to claim it. I promise you, Marty Hart's not giving anything to anybody. Except a hard time, maybe. He will race you hard.
Listening and watching from the Ready Lift onboard camera. And here now the view from the Rockstar Energy drink on board with Brian Deegan. Look at the mud and dirt just levitating inside the cab.
You can actually see him tipping his head down as well to kind of catch some of that roost with his visor.
The combo setup, motorcycle car visor set up on the full face helmet.
Yeah, Johnny Greaves at one time running Bark River had the visor on the helmet. He had the motorized clear strip and then also had goggles hanging because he had the motorized clear strip break on him before. So, you know, these guys have done whatever they can possibly do to keep their vision good.
Marty with the stacked field behind him. You can see there Casey Curry and Ampudia. And Casey with the big run deep in the corner, but looks like it's not going to work for him. Maybe got a little bit more gas on the landing there than he expected.
These guys getting around Casey Curry now, and Casey Curry holding tough right on the back bumper of Rodrigo. The General Tire top 5 in the Pro Lite division. Marty Hart out front. Rodrigo, Casey, Brian Deegan, and Matt Lloyd-Dice. Up on 2 wheels here as we watch Adam Wick at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway with the Rockstar Energy Drink Sin City Showdown. The Pro Lite division, round 2.
And it looks like the number 38 of Brian Deegan there going slow for a second and now pulling off.
Into the hot pits, never a good sign for these guys. These sprint races, you cannot afford to have anything go wrong. Working on the right side of the truck. There's not a whole lot over there on that passenger side.
Oh, Marty Hart, huge contact. And he breaks his truck while he's in the lead. Oh, and frustration sets in.
Let's see if we can find out what, I mean, it just went off of that jump. Aimed to the left a little bit, and boy, when he landed, it sounded to me like it might have bound up the drive line back there. I bet he caused some damage to the rear end.
And Mr. Rodrigo Ampudia takes the lead. This we're looking at here, the number 8 of, Leroy Lorwald, just in time.
Come on, baby, go, go, go.
Gas pedal on the right.
Trying to start it, trying to start it, trying to start it, and come on, man.
Just a classic example. Comes off the little bit of the slippery section where there's no dirt on top into the little bit of loam where there's lots of ruts, catches a wheel, 99 Irene.
And it didn't look like he was standing on the gas. Really needed to be on the gas hard. Maybe he could have saved that thing. It wouldn't have caught an edge like that.
Now, Casey Curry, I got to tell you, he is running a truck that he didn't own a week ago. Bought a truck last minute from Garrett Wallace, and Casey's truck, he's been doing some conversions, wasn't really ready to go racing, and last minute he's trying to make this truck work, so great job going here for Casey and his whole family. You know, Curry Enterprises, they build race-type vehicle parts and rear ends, axles, and for people that Jeep and do the whole thing, so their family is immersed in off-roading.
Yeah, he and his brother both, a lot of time on 2 wheels as well, very talented.
Hey, I ride with Casey out at his property, and he scares me sometimes. he's an awesome dirt bike rider.
Great look at that Mastercraft back machine, number 20, driven by Matt Lloyd-Dice. And, you know, he's had some really strong runs out here, but has yet to be able to put together the entire race. If he could, promise you, he'd finish up on the podium.
He's definitely had some great runs, and up. Another truck upside down. Not
looks
sure.
like the Geysers.
It looks like the second
Jacobson
Geyser. Yep.
in the Geysers truck.
Jacob Pearson. We'll have to make sure that's the proper idea as we take a look at Rodrigo Ampudia. His truck working absolutely perfect as we come to the competition yellow.
Oh, Matt Lloyd-Dice going up there using that berm, man, as he chases Casey Curry. Those 3 are at the top of the General Dyer top 5. Todd Cafaro hanging around in there, and Sean Geyser. Overcast day here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Rodrigo Ampudia leading the pro lights around here.
And some formidable competition behind him on the restart, Casey Curry. I just don't know if Casey has the truck to run with Rodrigo. Rodrigo's truck is so dialed in. Casey for a second looking down at the bottom, but deciding not to try to dive down there.
Matt Lloyd-Dice with a nice move underneath Casey Curry, takes over 2nd place.
And like I said, Casey just working the bugs out of that truck. It's something that's brand new to him and his family. So, Sean Geyser in the ready lift machine doing a donut.
That was right after Adam Wick drove underneath Casey Curry and took over 3rd place. So Adam Wick having a great run here. Career best for him.
That'd be great if you could do it right here in front of the local fans, hometown. Oh!
Nice.
Riding his bicycle.
When in doubt, baby, just stab the throttle.
That's right, never surrender, never lift.
Rodrigo, always so tough, and he was in this category, and of course eventually moved into the Pro 2 category. Just made 1 or 2 efforts in this class a year ago. We'll find out how many races he runs this year, but he started the first 2 out.
Well, it's really a great testament. I mean, he's an awesome driver, and getting traction to the ground and getting your truck to work is so important. I know he's worked so hard with the Fox Racing Shocks guys. They've done a lot of development. They really have that truck dialed in. When I talk to Rodrigo, and I see a black flag waving out there. Maybe they were waving in a Deegan, but they're saying on the radio that Todd Cafaro is getting a black flag.
Yeah, the trucks, I mean, the teammates, the trucks are very similar.
They look like clones.
Let's get it down to Rob. What do you got, bro?
And guys, keep an eye on Matt Lloyd-Dice. Finished 6th in round number 1. Now, he finished up the year pretty strong in 2009, a 3rd, his best finish of the year at Prim with 8 total top 10s. Of course, a former Best in the Desert Class 1000 champ, but he made his first career short course start 1 year ago, and I gotta say, he has taken to it pretty good.
Woohoo!
Yes.
Adam Wick!
Oh, man!
Adam Wick doing some stunt driving there. Tried to reel it back in. Didn't work for him.
Career best effort for Adam Wick up there pounding around, looking like he won a podium here.
And he gave it away.
Solid effort, and if Todd Cafaro is in fact to get that black flag,
There's Deegan,
he'll pick up a
38.
spot. He'll pick up another spot because it looks like Deegan might be done, but now Deegan looks like he's back under power.
Now he's trying to start it. Couldn't tell me that they're out of gas because of the restart and they had to hold the trucks for a little bit, right?
Some sort of other issue. Adam Wick remains in that fourth position. Leroy Lorwald in the top 5. Ampudia, Loyadice, and Brandt. Back here with the Lucas Oil Off-Road Racing Series powered by Geico Power Sports. We are watching the Pro Lights go at it here. Ken Stout, Cameron Steele, Kelly Snyder, and Rob Klepper bringing you all the action here from the first 2 rounds held at Las Vegas for the 2010 season. And right now, Rodrigo Ampudia, the class of the field.
And really, although he's had a couple challenges, Rodrigo hasn't had to push the envelope too much. He's been able to drive a very smart race, not have to do anything crazy for the most part, and just really perfect. But I'll have to say that even though I saw a little mistake there from Loyadice in the 20, he has been giving charge as the white flag comes out. And we're hearing right now that Casey Curry has pulled off the track with the problem.
Casey Curry in the hot pits right now. We'll see if we can't get Rob Klepper over there to speak to him as we watch Rodrigo Ampudia come around here on the white flag lap. Rob?
And guys, back in the hot pits, Casey Curry, early leader, man. You had a good run here on round number 1. Round number 2, it looked like you were the truck to beat. What happened, dude?
I don't know, man. It was running good. You know, we did a lot of crazy suspension changes, and it seemed to work. And you know, we were running second behind Ampudia, and I don't know, some of the carburetor, the MSD just gave out on that restart, and you know, it is what it is. We came here in a rental, and we're here to win the championship, and we're definitely gonna be back with a small energy truck.
Tough break for Casey Curry, guys. I said earlier, going to be one to watch in 2010, and here in round number 2 is out.
Rodrigo Ampudia coming around with the final time to take the checkered flag. His first win since round 10, 2008. It makes his 6th career win here in the category. Congratulations to Rodrigo Ampudia getting it done out here today.
Still got one more corner to go, Ken. But I guess it's all but done. You're right. Your crystal ball is in perfect shape.
I went out on a limb that time. It was a real big, thick one, but
Loyadice with his best ever finish, correct, in 2nd place?
Matt Loyadice doing a great job out here as he finds his way to the podium for the 2nd time in his career. He's also there in round number 12 from 2009.
So he's creeping up the podium, once a 3rd, now a 2nd. He needs one more spot to the top. Chris Brandt holding it together, your winner from round number 1 with a 3rd place finish.
He will leave here with the points lead after a round 1 win. Let's give you an E3 Spark Plugs race recap.
Casey Curry with a great jump on the first start, but a big accident piling up when Chris Brandt had a problem.
Yeah, Chris Brandt laid up there, and of course a couple guys piled on top. Matt Loyadice with a great save. And then Marty Hart making a run. Deegan pulls in with a broken truck, and then Marty Hart, while he was in the lead, did that to himself.
Lorwald does a little turn and burn. Would get her going again, but it was all Rodrigo Ampudia, chased by Loyadice, and of course Chris Brandt. And that's how they finish up as we take a look at the unofficial results presented by Rockstar Energy Drink.
Adam Wick with a career best finish in 4th place. Leroy Lorwald rounds out your top 5, and then Sean Geiser.
Yeah, big fan favorite here in Vegas, guys. Rodrigo Ampudia, last year you made just 3 starts in the Lights, a best finish, a 2nd at Lake Elsinore. Here we are, round number 2. We're already taking home the win, man. Nice job.
Oh yeah, it was an amazing race. I mean, my BF Goodrich tires held up great. We've been working with the guys over at Fox Shocks just to get the car ready, and the Papas and Beer Lucas Oil team has just been working amazingly all week, off season. I mean, we're just so proud to be here, and just want to thank all the fans. This for you guys. Woo!
Are we going to be chasing points here in the Lights all year?
Hopefully. I mean, trying to look for some more support, but yeah, I'm stoked.
A lot of fans down here having a good time as Rodrigo Ampudia takes round number 2 of Pro Light.
Matt Loydice, what a great race you had going on out there. A lot of action. How did you maintain holding your line?
It was tough there at the end. I know we had a good truck. I mean, my team's worked real hard all weekend to get this thing where it's at. And we might have had something for Rodrigo, but the throttle pedal broke, 3 laps to go, and it was sticking wide open, and that was pretty sketchy. But I got to thank my whole crew, Jimco, Robbie Pierce from Mastercraft, BFG, VP, Croyer Motors. Without these guys, we wouldn't be here.
Well, congratulations on the second place finish.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right, there's a look at the point standings. Chris Friend, after a first and third place finish, has the points lead over Matt Loydice by 9. Then Adam Wick, how about that? And third place in the points, Deegan in fourth. Marty Hart rounds out the top 5.